I think the rivalry with Iowa just means a lot because it's the two biggest schools in college wrestling. To me, it's always, since I've been a little kid, I've got to see some of the greats, Iron Sight and Steven Schmidt and Guerrero and all those guys. I've seen some of it way back when Gable was coaching, so it just means a lot for both programs, I think. Obviously toward the end of the year it doesn't mean much, when you hit the NCAA tournament, but I think it's a little pride deal, a little pump up in the middle of the season, kind of get you rolling and for the second semester.
What are some of the biggest differences between Iowa and Oklahoma State?
I think the biggest difference is, styles, obviously, they go forward quite a bit. We try to attack the legs a little more, but I think mentality's there both ways. I don't think there's much of a difference. Winners want to win somehow, some way. I think they got nice shots when they get to them, and so do we. So I don't think there's a big difference mentality-wise, even from both coaching staffs. We preach the same thing. You got to score points to win, and wrestling's pretty simple when you break it down, and you don't have to sit here and say, well, they wrestle this way. Just score points, and you'll find a way to win.
Yeah. Could you have ever seen yourself wrestling in Iowa?
At the time, no. I think I've grown up here. I lived right down the street, literally. I still live 2 miles from here. So no, it's just something. I was home born here. My brother was in New Jersey, so pretty big difference. He had been away. Like I said, I've watched every practice here since I was a little kid, so I really couldn't.
Watching the two benches during the duel, man, it's like you guys, you're pretty calm before the duel and everything's good and you guys are ready. And then, like, what flips that switch with you guys there? It's not just you're yelling at your guys, it's both benches yelling at each other.
It's like I said, that's what the sport needs. I don't think it's, the whole have manners and this and that. I think it's great for wrestling to have this. It's the closest thing to, the UFC's the same way. It's not, some things are said that everybody gets mad about, hearing, but sometimes it's good for wrestling, and I think it just amps the rivalry, amps the matches. I think the fans it'll attract more fans, I think. So I think, it's just competitiveness. Everybody on both benches have always won probably most of their matches in their life. So if you've ever been a winner, it's hard to swallow losing, so it becomes personal a little bit.